All right.
The more the better.
Hello, welcome to Pase. My name is Willetta. I am your host today. Pase stands for Product and Education and Systems Education. And I am excited to be your host today.
Yay!
Oh. So we've got the lineup for today. Nadia is on the products today. Rajik is on the streaming today. Carol is on the books today. And Reggie is going to be talking about the SMS and DTM today.
Awesome.
Also, we're going to be talking about the new people that are in the setup today. We'll be talking about the activity report and wrap up with Kanta and Nadia. So we're going to get started today with Nadia.
All right. Well, that's awesome, Willetta. Can you believe it's the second day here? Oh my goodness. Anyways, we're just getting better and better. Now I was going to talk about the actual products that you take to conference, except I just looked down and there's none of these products available anymore. So sorry, you just have to can these. But we do have the powder form, which is still available. These aren't available anymore, the body key shake, but it's available in the powder form. So what I would suggest is that you take some Ziploc bags and you take the servings for one amount, and you just keep put them in the Ziploc bag and take them with you. So it's easy to just grab a bottle of water or some skim milk, or like a little carton of milk, shake it up, drink it, and you're okay. So if you don't have these, which I still have those, thank God, but we will be taking those. And so that's what you try to do as you come to the conference, is that you don't want to keep spending money unnecessarily on junk food. And one of the biggest spender of the weekend is junk food, honestly, because it's very expensive to eat in the Coliseum, anywhere around the Coliseum. We're actually at the Richmond Center, but it's no different. Food there is very expensive. It's easy to blow like $10, and you're like, well, I'm still hungry. So that's normal. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you pack appropriately. I know everybody's driving, so what you want to take, which is a must-have, is your excess energy. Make sure that you have these, because as you guys know, the weekend is not about sleeping. It's about learning. It's about information. It's about being alert and getting the information. So it's all about staying awake and staying alert. So make sure you eat now, because I've had someone where they didn't eat enough and they drank a whole bunch of excess, whole bunch of rhodiola, and she passed out. So yes, make sure that we eat appropriately, and you
make sure she took excessive
amount of rhodiola. It wasn't even the excess; it was rhodiola.
It was 8 rhodiola.
Yes, she took. She kind of OD on rhodiola just to stay awake, but that's not the idea. The idea is to be able to, you know plenty in advance. You're coming to the conference. Make sure you get enough rest. The Thursday night, get to bed, or if you're leaving Thursday night, make sure Wednesday night you have a low night where you're not out till midnight, come home 3 hours of sleep. Make sure that you're preparing mentally to get there. So when you're there, you're alert. You're not sleeping. Understand the weekend is, maximum maybe 5 hours of sleep. 5-6 hours of sleep, and that's how we function the whole weekend. Trust me, you'll come home next week and catch up on it. Yeah. But you will not be able to get the information if you don't stay awake and get it. All right. Most of the time, people spend a lot of money getting to the conference, and when they get to the conference, they spend a lot of time in the back of the room where the concession stand is. And they spend hours online to try to get a cup of coffee or some kind of snack to keep them awake and keep them alert. This is the kind of conference, Spring Leadership, where we're not in the Coliseum, so it's okay to bring your excess. if you have food bars or snack bars that you've had prior, bring them with you. If not, pre-plan ahead. If you like peanuts, get some peanuts, whatever you like, just go ahead and pack. So you have that with you.
Whatever can help out, that's what I need.
Okay.
You're gonna be eating tofu?
And that's the whole idea about the weekend, is just to pre-plan the whole weekend. Make sure that you have enough of your supplements. Make sure that you're supplementing. For me, this is like a must. I take the Perfect Pack. Hunter loves to do double X. He takes his double X twice a day. I take my Perfect Pack. And so again, you want to make sure that you have I'm not going to talk necessarily about the nutrition and all of this, because that will take me all of everybody's time. So make sure you pack your vitamins. Make sure you pack your, I don't know, are these still available? The Twisted?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the twist tubes are still available, and I have to give you guys a testimony about the twist tube. The immunity twist tube is second to none. I'm telling you, my whole house had the flu. Kamta, Divya, Navina, Anya, and I'm here. So I mean, taking care of all of them. So I should be, at least have the sniffles, right? I had nothing because I kept taking the immunity tablets. I took 6 of them a day. I was really crazy. I mean, I was going crazy with that. 6 a day, and then the immunity twist tubes, you drink those as well, okay? And the beauty about these, that you can't OD on them. You will, you just pass them out if it's excess, so don't worry about it.
In fact, before I go to any function, I always load up on my vitamin C.
Absolutely.
So I go in.
There you go. And that's a good idea. You make sure that you are taking your enough vitamin C. Now, the new extended vitamin C release, which is excellent because it gives you extended release throughout the day. So you want to, pile up on that one, because when you're at the function, you're exposed to thousands and thousands of people, so you don't want to, and Richmond is cold. So if you are packing, one of your attire should be a jacket or a coat, something that will keep you warm. But these are a lifesaver, guys. I mean, we have an incredible demo that we do. Miss Carol, do you have any of the stuff now or no?
I didn't.
No, that's fine. Do you have either? Do you have either?
No, I don't have either.
That's fine, don't worry. But we have an incredible demo on this particular product. We'll do it another time. But make sure that you take your immunity health, twist tubes, excess. We still have the popcorn. The popcorn is still available. So
And we have chips too.
And chips.
The tortilla, whole grain chips.
Okay, so the whole grain chips is still available, and the popcorn. So make sure that you're snacking from your business. Here's what happens when you snack from your business. For one, you get PBBB, right? Which is good. You don't get that when you spend $10. You can't tell the people at the concession stand, I need 2 PB. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. So make sure that you're spending your money in your business and you're getting PB for it, for one. Secondly, you're getting better quality in terms of your nutritional value. You're getting a better bet using your own product and eating your own food. So with that, I'm done. I only had 5 minutes, but make sure that you, I'm probably speaking to the choir here because you guys are like always, up on everything, but make sure that you have your new people get onto the product. So that's it, guys. I'm done.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right, excellent job, Nadia. This is going to do a wonderful job. Let's go around.
Yeah.
All right, next we've got streaming with Roderick.
Get your camera up.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How y'all doing today? Hope y'all doing good. All right, definitely happy to be here at Pase today. My name is Roderick McKenzie, for those who don't know. My line of sponsorship, I'm sponsored by Rodney Wilson, who is directly sponsored by C. Wilson, and who was sponsored by Kenneth Rady and Andrea Gonzalez, and who was sponsored by Captain Nadia Prasad and Upline Diamond, Sanjeev and Shauna Sahai. And I'm here to share streaming with you guys. some people probably would be asking, what is streaming, right? Well, streaming is pretty much a BWW tool that we use. I'm actually going to show you it on my phone. I'm more visual and verbal, so I like to show you as I go. This app right here is pretty much a streaming app. And what this does, this is pretty much a part of the tools to help with mentorship, right? So if you look on this app here, there's a whole lot of different speakers and different talks and audios that is shown that comes from people that are financially free in the business. All right, so pretty much what streaming contains is audios from different functions that we have every quarter of the year. That happens quarterly through the year. And what I like most about it is not only that it motivates you, but it also trains you and allows you to be able to rewind, and be able to write notes and play again so you could study the actual audio. As we say, just hearing it once and getting notes, you'll be able to hear it multiple times so you could retrieve a whole lot of information to help build your business. Usually when do you stream on regular every day? All right, definitely do 1 to 3 streams a day. All right, definitely. I would say 3, but if you could only squeeze 1 in there, I know people may have a busy schedule, but do what works best for you, especially when it comes to growth. Because of course, learning the new process now, I listen to it every day, all day. That way it allows me to definitely, get my subconscious and conscious at the same time. And when you pretty much get that mindset, hear something over and over repeatedly, it pretty much comes out naturally. And it's more it isn't really more focusing towards the mechanics anymore, but then it's more mindset, because you heard it so much, you not only hear it, but you understand it. And when you understand it, you can explain it and tweak it to how you want it. That's why I love the streaming tool. Other than streaming, pretty much explained why earlier. And I want to actually show you guys an example of one of the streams. All right, this one is actually an example of meet and greet one. We're using the process now, and the meet and greet one by Dennis and Danielle Nafti. I just want to play a quick preview of it.
This meet and greet that is super important, and it's different for everybody. All right, you're going to have to mold this to your personality, and that's why I want you to understand really why you do things. You're going to need to sit with your upline that it's done a lot of meet and greets and follow what they do, because that's the language. Those are the questions that they're going to be hearing consistently as they come to the open and as they go through the rest of the process. So everybody might have a little bit different way of doing it, but they're accomplishing the same goal. And the beginning of the meet and greet is to establish, obviously, trust, a friendship, because if there's no trust, there's no friendship, there's no trust, and then you're not going to be able to be an influencer in their life.
There you have it. That's he again talked about the mindset and everyone doing it differently according to their story on how they got introduced to the business. So I really love that. I even got a testimony about that. I actually had my first meet and greet today. It went pretty good. Yeah, it was awesome. Going through it for sure, being able to, it's so much to take in, but of course, through the process, I realized the mindset behind the whole thing is, of course, to connect, build trust, and connect with that person. And that absolutely happened. I loved it for that. He actually read, crazy thing is, his prospect read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, before I even met him. And that's actually how I met him. He's like, hey, what book are you reading? Because I was reading This is the 21st Century. Same author. He's like, wow, big connection right there. So we connected. We just is pretty much talking and talking. He's talking for, it's supposed to be 30 minutes. That ended up being over an hour. But the key thing was the connection. Right? And that definitely got away. I actually gave him the This is the 21st Century book. He's gonna read it. He's already deep in it. He even suggested books to me. I was like, hey, awesome stuff, So I'll be following up with him next week Saturday. So it's pretty awesome. Definitely love that, and get on streaming, man, because it definitely educates you to be very effective within these meetings. So that's pretty much it for streaming, and back to the host.
Okay.
All right, so coming up next is Carol on the book.
All right.
Yeah. Woo! Woo! Woo!
You want a chair?
I'm okay.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Hello.
We're
Carol Anthony Cup. Carol Anthony Cup, sponsored by Tonya in Miami to Slay in Tallahassee to Kenneth Drayton and Andrea Gonzalez here to Compton Nadi Prasad here to Sanjeev and Shana Sahad all the way up to the Gala team. Woo.
Right.
Okay, so I want to first of all thank everybody for your condolences of Anthony's mom passing last Sunday. Just want to say thank everybody for the text, and he's getting better. Everybody's strong. It's fine. I'm doing the book of the month with John Maxwell. Everyone communicates, few connect, and let me see. What he said. What the most effective people do is differently. So just want to say all of it. And it's a BWW book. Please get on the book of the month. This is really, really important with the business to help you grow and just keep you motivated and strong. And you really need it every day. Okay, I'm gonna move up a little closer because I can't see.
Do you want to help me?
This chapter that I'm on page 116, but I just wanted to tell y'all about this one on the side. It says all great speakers were bad speakers first, and it's by Ralph, I think Emerson. Wow, Ralph Waldo Emerson. When I saw that little piece first, I was like, oh wow, he's talking to me.
Yeah.
Because learning, no, how do I say it? See, I'm trying to be an example. The way you speak to people, you need to want them to speak to you the same way. You know what I mean? You don't want to say nothing bad. You don't want them to say nothing bad to you. You know, you don't want to show attitude. So I had to work on myself a lot. I have. Y'all know the other side of me. You don't want, we don't want to talk about that. But the books help you with the communication as well, as far as the words that you speak. This is what I've been doing this year. One word of the dictionary. I've been learning the word and speaking the word and using it as in sentences. I've been learning that. Writing down like paragraphs and reading it out loud. It stays in your brain. You know, I learned that through business. I'm just letting you know. But I want to read this one paragraph. It says that if you would have better relationships, if you have to achieve personal success, or if you want to become a better leader, make connections your goal. So that is being a part of the business. You want to make this a part of your goal as far as reading 15, 20 minutes a day. Actually, I'm reading 3 books at one time. I don't know. I just like to do different ones at one time, but they're all through the business, and one of them is a spiritual book that I'm reading. You know, besides the Bible, I do another one that says prayers for women. I read that one too. Just learning how to connect with people. Oh, everybody's not the same. Y'all know that, right? Just because, you know, you think y'all the same age and y'all might have the same like habits or whatever. No. It's not the same. Everybody is different, so you have to learn how to connect with different levels of people, you know. So this book really helping me. I'm not done with it yet. I'm like in the middle. Yeah, I think I'm on page. This is the 3rd paragraph. I mean, 3rd chapter. Ooh, 5th chapter. See, I shot myself. I'm on the 5th chapter now. I'm going faster than I think. I know, right? I was like, I thought I was on the 3rd chapter. But this is the 5th chapter, and it's saying connecting is more skills than natural talent. So this book is so powerful. I also started the compound effect. I ain't gonna talk about it, but y'all gotta get into the compound effect. And they have like activities in the book, in the compound effect that you can do. Oh, it's so amazing. But stick with, you know, you can only do one book at a time. Just stick with it. Make it a habit. Start with 5 minutes, 10, get up higher. You know, we had the readers or leaders where we was doing 20 minutes, everybody together. So, you know, just stick with it and just keep connecting with people with good communication. That's it.
All right, Carol, what a superb job. Any takeaways on anything that she said? Or I can actually give a takeaway. Okay, so basically, what I took away from her review was all great speakers were bad speakers first. And,
Except you.
okay, and I'll give you one more, okay? Better relationships, better communicators.
Yes.
Okay, outstanding, superb job.
Thank you.
Well done, Ira.
I'm reading, I'm almost done with that book as well, but in there, it's so funny because he was talking about connecting, and it's so cool to read where he talks about the form, FORM, and he even gave credit to Ron Pereira, which is part of our Worldwide Dream Builders business. So I thought that was really cool when he mentioned him and Terry Felber in the book. So I was really, I'm like, yay, we're in the right place, doing the right thing. Awesome.
Good.
Wonderful. Woo, let's keep this party moving. We're gonna go on to systems training by Reggie. Okay. SMS and DTM. Let's
Reggie. Yeah. All right, how's it going, guys?
Great.
All right, share my story and drop the message. All right, so who should be doing SMS and DTM? I say everyone should be doing it, unless you find a way to go diamond without helping other people. If you do that, let us know. Somebody will wait, but it's not gonna be me. So I'm gonna just keep helping people so that they can go diamond as well. Okay, so the main thing is to remember your why. Why are you out building the business? Why are you helping people? Why are you doing this and that? Because if you don't know what your why is, then that can cause you a lot of stress, frustration, because you're just being busy. You're not being productive. I can't remember. I think it was on the Dennis Nappy panel. I guess it was Dennis Nappy said that busyness is a busyness is a mental form of laziness. You gotta be intentional. And you're not just going out there getting numbers, you're getting quality people. All right, so why are we doing DTM and SMS? It's because, first of all, it's a people business. You can't lead people if you need people. And of course, SMS and DTM are the foundation of your business, because a closed mouth is a closed business. You want to be quality people, be able to connect with them. And meet and greet one cannot exist if you are the only one in attendance. SMS and DTM provides a blueprint of how you can reconnect with the candidate in the beginning or throughout the whole MG1 and throughout the rest of the process. You have to realize that it's not about you. When you are, I don't want to say contacting, when you're going out making new friends, you have to invest that time for them. You have to sustain what the result you want, because if not, then you end up forcing it. You're not going to be listening. You're going to be looking around. You might be zoning out, and they might ask something about you, and then you just say something like flat out crazy, or they just say, "Oh, well, my back hurts." Oh, well, long story short, I ran into a couple like, what? Like, you're not listening. So then you got to have empathy also. You got to understand that the timing is not always right for some people. You can't be, you just got to listen. So telling your story is letting them know what is available. It's not meant to impress or convince anybody. And dropping the message is letting them know that they can have the same opportunity as you do. And also, it is the bridge between the IBO and the person that is actually looking. If somebody's not looking, like, there's no magic spell or there's nothing you can say. You can't hypnotize people that want to be in the business. They're either looking or they're not. And don't get discouraged, because in society, most people don't believe in or know that they are, I want to say, messiahs in the flesh. And what I mean by that is that people that are actually willing to help people. I think it's part of school and work that they teach you that you have to do everything by yourself. And obviously that doesn't work because it's all about who you know. If you just think you can do everything by yourself, you're really operating from a self-employed mentality and also a selfish mentality because you're not looking out for nobody else. And remember, we are the NFL when it comes to direct sales or network marketing. We do not recruit. We select those we like, select those we will be proud to know, and those we can trust. Remember, you have the BWW militia behind you, and you have a network of people with fruit on the tree. So if anybody says no or whatever, or they try to discourage you or anything like that, oh, it's a pyramid, this, that, usually it's from somebody that has nothing going on in their life and don't have no fruit on the tree. They just got weeds in the backyard. And another reason why I got to share your story and drop the message because width is profitability and length is security. And it brings back to what I said earlier. You can't lead people if you need people. You're just a one-man show. That won't last very long. So the how. You gotta get into a lot of conversations. If you are not comfortable talking to anybody, you shouldn't be dropping a message, sharing your story. You need to, I won't even say 3 to 5. I really say 5 to 10 conversations a day just to get it out the way because the magic of thinking big, it says action cures fear. And it doesn't tell you when, it just happens. Like Bill Hawkins said, the clouds don't just spread and the sun shines on your head or whatever. It just magically goes away. You just do it. And it's an awesome and very liberating feeling. High and by is not a conversation, guys. It gotta be real conversation. So you don't know what a conversation is, then do form completely. Well, 4. I don't want you dropping the message yet if you're not comfortable because you're gonna force it. You gotta be the bubbly one. You gotta be full of enthusiasm. Don't be at a 10, scaring people away, being like Jim Carrey or something like that. You gotta be the bubbly one. You gotta be what millennials say, lit. You gotta be the lit one. You know, you should be walking in everywhere you go. You should be walking in, and everybody's like turning their head, like, who is this person? Like, and that's how you know you have a magnetic personality. And you should be leading everywhere that you go, and everybody's like, wow, who is that person? Like, that person's fantastic. Like, I want to get to know that person. Like, you know, you're just a magnet. So some icebreakers. You can pay people a compliment. You can say, hey, that's a very nice blouse. My wife would love that. Or those are nice shoes. Where'd you get them? Are they on sale? That type of thing. And that comes from being observant. Not just coming in and just shooting straight to somebody. Talk about the weather, especially Georgia is very bipolar. I was talking to Compton earlier. I was saying, hey, I hope it stays warm. He says, I think it will. I said that 2 weeks ago. Then it ended up getting cold and it started raining. So we'll see. We talk about sports. Ladies can talk about makeup, entertainment. Black Panther, whatever. And some books that help with that is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And my favorite, How to Start Conversations and Make Friends by Don Gabor. Or Gabor. Let's be politically correct here. All right. So you got to create a story. You got to have a story. You got to make it your own. Don't try to use mine or somebody else's complete story. At least change some of it. But I don't want it. Go ahead.
Can you give us an example of what a story might be? Like when you say SMS, what are you saying? Like, what are you saying to the people?
Okay, so.
Share yours.
All right, so I met this couple that's been financially independent for 20 years. They showed me a business model that made them a ton of money. It made sense for me to get connected and stay connected with this couple. So I earned their respect, their trust, their time, and I confidently can say that I will be able to take people to the promised land.
Awesome.
Yeah, so thank you.
That's a Florida Chapman.
Appreciate it.
they know that CDA not there because they clapping easy.
It's all like a carnival.
CDA's in Texas right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, don't take somebody's big story. You can take some little bits or whatever. Still personalize it for yourself. It's not a script, it's a story. You're just giving somebody a really quick synopsis of what happened and how you got involved in the business and whatnot. And the main three, so the main 3 points you're hitting on is that you met a couple, they've been financially independent for 20 years or became financially independent in their 20s. You earned their trust. I like to add time and respect because those are 3 things that they didn't have to really give you. They didn't have to invest time into you. Of course, they probably still respect you as a human being, but for them to coach and mentor you is a certain level of respect that has to be earned, in my personal opinion. And the 3rd point is they agreed to coach and mentor you on developing a debt-free cash flow asset, however you want to put that.
Awesome. Good stuff.
All right.
Okay.
Now, Reggie. So we're going to keep this party rolling.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the new people that are on board. Me?
Now go ahead and introduce yourself. Who's your upline?
Well, Reggie is actually my sponsor. Kenneth, the amazing Kenneth,
Right.
is my coach and mentor. My upline is Kanta and Nadia Prashad.
Oh, he's amazing. What about us? We just come
The ultimate.
Ah. Good one, good one.
That's funny.
Tallahassee, any new people on board?
Roderick, any new people in Tallahassee or Florida, Jacksonville?
Not this week. Not this week.
Okay. You guys giving us a head start. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna roll on to the activity report.
Roderick, you want to go ahead?
Sure. All right.
Video.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. All right, Roderick again. Yeah, pretty much we've been working with the process. I know for sure he's really taking off. The process slow things down that's how it's supposed to be, of course. But through it, of course, we still get a whole lot of activity to be able to push through, to move forward. So like I say, this morning I got a meet and greet. Tomorrow will be another one. And I'm actually booking a whole lot now, a lot of contacting men on this week for me as well. I got about 7 contacts this week. I actually like the fact that it's actually a part of the core run. The process happened to have a conversation a day, allowed me to get a contact every day. So it pushes me to do more, and I'm very, very happy for that. So all those contacts will be for sure booked into meet and greets for next week. And I know for sure, I know Campbell know this for sure, but Celie and Jarvis, they're actually down in Texas now doing a home meeting for Jarvis. So yeah, and from last time I heard, there's about 22 people confirmed for that. So a whole lot of activity is going to be happening down there for sure. Woot woot. Oh, looking forward to that. Other than that, that's pretty much it personally. Of course, working in depth with a lot of folks as well. Spring break, a lot of people wasn't able to make it in today. So next week for sure, you should have a whole lot more activity when they're back in. So that's pretty much it for me. Anything, Rodney? All right, that's it for the Tallahassee team.
And you may talk about your activity.
Oh, great. So I've made a couple of calls and I was actually able to sit in on a meet and greet with one of my potential business candidates.
Well, you had a meet and greet.
I had a meet and greet. And actually Kenneth was there and
yeah, I was there.
he was there, and I was listening, and I learned a lot.
And it was your meet and greet.
It was my meet and greet. Okay, we'll say it's my meet and greet. So I learned a whole lot. It was awesome, and I'm hoping that everything will go well. I will be giving the potential candidate the book to read pretty soon, and she's very excited. And I've known her for a while, and I think she'll get on board.
And what about your you went to the mall and you dropped the
I
message?
did. I dropped the message.
Yeah. And how many contacts did you get?
I actually got 3 contacts. So I'm very lucky to have Kenneth standing next to me because one of the guys that came up was a barber. He took a look at Kenneth's hair.
That was the icebreaker.
You don't need to go for that.
He's like, you have nice shoes on, you have a nice jacket, but not your hair.
I was like, okay.
That's what I learned before you eat.
So I did have that opportunity. It was awesome.
And the 2 ladies.
And the 2 ladies as well. Kenneth was brave enough to go in Bath and Body with me and look around and smell some things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been trained by my wife.
Oh, yeah. It's good training. So that is actually my activity for this week. All right, so we're going to keep moving on to the wrap up with the.
And anybody else?
Everybody else.
Reggie? Okay.
Reggie has activity.
Yeah, he got a whole big organization.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna speak for Dexter because he's actually at work. So Dexter's had a lot of activity. He has 2 people going. No, yeah, 2 people that's doing BP2. So the second board plan will be actually Tuesday evening. And one of his guys, Jared, they already have 2 people that are in the process. One just did an MG1, and Jared's girlfriend, she's coming to her first board plan. And for me, I have 3 people that's come to their second board plan. And that's basically it.
Okay, and before we bring up Campton that year, yeah, I had an MG1. She didn't finish reading the book, so I'm gonna meet with her tomorrow. I told her before we meet, you gotta finish the book. Her name is Tai Tai. Okay, and I also have some contacts and all of that. But I wanted to show you something, if I may. It won't take long. It's just something that that we're going to be doing with Reggie's team, and that is this is a work in progress. It's not finished as yet, you know, and it's a checklist because we can't compromise and circumvent the process. And Mike Monaco said that the process was 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know where the 7 to 8 thing is coming in from, you know.
Well, I guess they're going by steps, thinking a week per step. That's where that's coming from.
Okay, but was that Greg and Matthew who said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Mike Monaco was saying that when you're dropping the message, you tell the people that it's 3 to 4 weeks to launch, not 7 to 8 weeks. So I'm not sure. Yeah. It's 3 to 4. Yeah. You know, which is what the old process was.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so this is I'm not going to go through all of this again. This goes real quick, okay? So this is a checklist because if let's say that you're fully launched, you know, and you're in the 30-day core run, but you're over here and you're doing DTMs and MGPs, but you haven't done something here, then that should be a red flag for you, and you should go back to your upline and say, hey, I got a gaping hole here. So it's a tool that you use when you huddle, and when you huddle with your upline, everything should be ticked off for each one of these phases. Because if we start to go through with a lot of holes and everybody's like, oh, well, I don't have to do that, you know, then as it goes into your organization, the process gets diluted and with a diluted process. Remember, the process is both mindset and framework, right? If it gets diluted, by the time you're 10, 20 deep, you can't even recognize it anymore. So you got to hold that line, that boundary. And so this is a tool. I'm going to get rid of all the green and just let it be all white so you can print it out, put the IBO's name up there and all of that stuff. You know, so that's all I wanted to share.
That's awesome.
You know, and
do you have the promo video?
Promo video. Oh yeah.
Please.
I need it.
Yeah, I know, right?
And here's another thing too. This is just a tool. This is just a tool for your customers, okay? You know, for to develop your customers. First, you register them.
The one that's
Yeah, first you register them, then you launch them, then you develop them, then you make them a digital thing. So I think we sent that out already. So before we bring back up Willetta, we're gonna do the I should have brought it up before. You know, I'm gonna bring up the what you call it? The promo video. Okay, and then after that, Willetta will come up and introduce. What did you say, Camto? The most awesome, ultimate ting.
There you go. Yeah. You start with the awesome.
It starts with awesome. So it's always in BMP. And by the way, there are a lot of BWW TV videos that talk about the process that are not on stream as yet. So you wanna get a hold of those. So they really help. You know. All right. So here we go.
Big screen. AMC.
This weekend is decision time. It's gut check time. I know you wouldn't be here unless you wanted to be free. I know you wouldn't be here unless you wanted to look in the mirror and see the ball. You know, there's not a single person in this world that can't go down. One person can do it, another person can do it. Succeeding is like getting in a fight when the dust up either one of them. We do this thing because we're just as serious as human beings can be. What 100 is all about. The right, the freedom to be what you want to be. And I don't care if you're a woman or a man or a couple or a single or old or young or black or white or yellow or pink or purple, it don't make any difference. You've got to pay your price to succeed. And you've got to do it honestly. We want to see this country change, but we want to see it change from the foundation up, from you and me, and people like us, the dreamers up. Because if the dreamers do make a difference in this world, I will be free. And I'm going to earn it. The right way. If you got a dream and a goal, you decide you're going to do it, and by God, if you're going to do it, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, awesome. So we're bringing up the awesome, wonderful, superb.
Yeah.
I had to get some vocab there real quick.
Look like she was going to, she said the word awesome, and she said awesome, wonderful, you know, obliging, you know, like awesome.
You're hilarious. But anyways, it was an incredible race. Thank you guys, all the participants. And I'm not going to go through all that. The host, Willetta. I mean, she was just here last week for the first time, guys, and she's up here speaking and doing. So it's just kudos for the inside, the system, and everything. So we're very proud of you. Keep it up, and you'll be here doing the system and everything else. So
Good job.
absolutely, and of course, streaming was with Roderick. Roderick. Of course, he's always what I like about the team is that when you put forth something like last week, they were here getting the training and everything, and they listened to the CDs and not just listened to it, but went out and put it into practice. And I love what he said. He had his first meet and greet, and that's incredible because it shows you right away that he's putting whatever he's learning right to work. So.
And he only knew that he was going to do streaming 1 minute before we started.
There you go.
But you wouldn't know.
Awesome. That's it. That's a leader, guys. You know, that's what leaders do. They don't need, 2 weeks to practice and all that. You know, you can just call them on spot and they know exactly what to do. And you always know that you can trust them to say the right thing. So, Miss Carol with the book, and she did an incredible job. Miss Carol, she's definitely come a long way. And like as she said last week, her mother-in-law passed away, and right before she got up to Pase, right before she was supposed to do Pase, she got the message, and she says, "I'm going to do it." And I said, "No, take a break, just sit down." She was shaking, because you could tell that it's a message that she really wasn't. I mean, she knew it was going to happen, but not right there and then. So, and again, just like a winner, she said, "I'm going to do it. I'm going to sit on the chair." And I says, "No, that's it. We got this," And so, very proud of her. And I tell you, it's because of all the books that she reads that helps her mentally to be able to be prepared for any of this stuff. It's called life. It's going to happen anyway. Right. So, but anyways, and of course, Reggie did an incredible job with the and share my story. And what I love about, and I wanted him to read that example of his story, is because everyone has their story. Everyone has been contacted a certain way. Everyone has been, talked to or been approached by someone about the business. So you use your, whatever that is your story. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or complicated. Just like he says, it is your story. It's how you've been introduced to this business opportunity. And so, and I know Compton has a lot of reports, and he's been dropping the message like crazy. But I went out with him a couple of days ago, and we were in BrandsMart, and just kind of split up from each other. He was on the phone with Celie on my phone, and now he has his phone and my phone. So I'm in BrandsMart, and if any of you know what BrandsMart looks like, it's a very big store. Oh. So I'm walking around, and then I saw this really beautiful TV, and I just kept staring at it because the resolution was so good, and I just kept, and then the girl came up to me, the sales girl. I looked at her, I was like, my goodness, I'm thinking to myself, she's too sharp to work here. Very well put together, and of course, we started talking about the TV, and she was telling me all about it, blah, blah, blah. And it gave me a whole printout on it. And I was really excited to just have the conversation. And then at the end of it, I just, again, shared my story. And then she said to me, then her boss or somebody came by. Now, when you're talking to an employee, you have to be very sensitive of that. Yes. If you see a boss or someone that's working there that comes by, maybe because she's spending too much time with me, she could get in trouble. So you be sensible, to know that, okay, it's time to walk away. So I did. I started walking her. She goes, wait. And then I said, what? And then she says, here's my here's my email. And I says, well, that's good, but I'm not going to do anything with your email. But if you want to give me your phone number, I'll be in touch. And she wrote that phone number, phone number, everything on a BrandsMart the flyer and gave it to me. And she was like, here, and I was like, then of course she went on about her business, and I left and walked around the store again, trying to find Compton. Finally, I caught up with him, but in the process, I had a lot of on the phone with Celie. But I had a lot of conversation that day, and dropping the message or sharing your story is it's very, very simple. It's a decision, basically. Yes. You're out there, and Compton and I have made a decision that we're gonna have this many, and I know he's way surpassed me in terms of because he's out there a whole lot more than I am, and so I would let him talk about all the stuff that he's been doing. But here's my awesome husband.
Woo-hoo! Once again, awesome presentation from all the people who have, the products and the streaming and the books and the system. And we have to give Kenneth a big hand for the communication and the video. Right? Yes. You know, what I've been doing lately, I'm taking out, I have my two daughters, two personally sponsored stops right now, right? Working on getting them to be legs. Okay. So I'm taking them out and teaching them how to drop the message. So they're watching me doing it, you know, and at times they critique me and so on. And they ask questions.
You talk about Divya. Oh my God! I dropped the message.
Oh yeah.
No!
We were out and I was showing Divya how to drop the message, and they would be walking around looking at stuff, and then she come like, Dad, I just say hi to this couple. So I said, oh, awesome, that's nice, baby girl, where are they? So I went around looking, and she said like, they were here. I went around them.
She's there, too many there.
They were here.
And a couple disappeared.
I'm like, okay, Divya, all right, you say hi.
Like saying hi to them and then grabbing my dad, and they were gone. Walking down the aisle, they disappeared. And he's like, okay, babe. Good job.
You haven't been eating mushrooms.
He's like, good job.
Good
dude.
job.
No,
Yeah. But so I went out with Navina yesterday. We had to go to we had to get a chiropractor, both of us, you know, some realignment of body there, you know. And she wanted to have a smoothie, you know. And then she mentioned this to me after. She said I was thinking about going to the drive-thru. And she remember me always telling Mom, don't go to the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Because get out the car, you never know who's in there. Right? Yeah. So we went in to get a smoothie, and then she got one, and I also got one. But we were in line. There's a gentleman came up behind, looking kind of like he's doing some exercise. And so I said, "Hey man, you're looking good." You know, and you know, people like, yeah, you know, I say you exercise often. And then he said, you know, well, I would like to do more and get back in shape. I was in an accident, I had 2 vertebrae and my shoulder. And I'm like, man, that's, you know, I said, and I guess you're not working right now, you know, because of all the injuries, it's going to be very hard. So he said, I have my own business and so I have some employees, and he's telling me, and so I'm asking questions. We had like a great conversation, maybe for about 5 to 7 minutes. He's not moving from there, so and I just keep, hey, how did you get into that? What made you decide to do that? And he was just wanted to tell me everything, you know. And then it came to the point, you know, he asked me, so what do you do? Right? So I said, well, and then I said, you know, well, I'm retired. You know, he retired. You know, I said, yes, both my wife and I, we retired. But we have this business that what we do, we take advantage of the paradigm shift on the internet, and we streamline the process of moving products and services from major 500 companies. And wow. So, you know, I was thinking about doing something like that in terms of, you know, wanting to get back the time in my life. Then my business is doing good, but I don't have no time. You know, and he said, I was thinking about something like that. I was looking to see. I said, well, you know, I can't promise you anything, you know, but, and he was like, man, I would like to sit with you. So now this is something I've been noticing in when you spend a little, but you have to have the time to connect, or the person has to have the time too, right? Some people are busy the in and the out, right? But some people, you can see he was there leisurely with a t-shirt, right? That he had the time, he wanted to talk. But when you make that connection, for the last 3 contacts that I have made with the connection, each person actually set the appointment for me, right? Wow. He's like, yeah, you know, we need to get together and have some, you know, meet us, you know. Then the second guy also, I was showing Navina, you know, sometimes you have to be aware of your surrounding. So we were there in the store again, and Navina's looking at some stuff for her phone, I think. So I had to look at Navina, right? And she was coming and walking. So I had to redirect her. So there were 2 guys standing there, but if you walk here, you can actually walk behind them, right? Okay. So I pushed the cart back, and she was like trying to push me back this way. So then she realized I'm very clear. So we walking in front of the 2 gentlemen. Hey, how you guys doing? Right. And they started a conversation. One of them was like, I am doing awesome. I love to hear that. Yeah, I love to hear that word awesome. Like, man, that's awesome. You know? And that was his reaction right there. That was his reaction. So it was an easy opening, and then we got to talking, and he was telling me what he's doing, and he's looking for something too. He actually set the appointment for Wednesday also. He told me, here, I'm off on Wednesday. You and I need to sit down and have lunch.
Wow.
Yeah, and he said, I need to sit with you for 1 hour. He's telling me this, and I'm like, I don't need 1 hour. I need half an hour. Here, listen to what he's saying. I need 1 hour to see your character, who you are. And I'm saying to myself, that's exactly what we're going to be doing when we sit down.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Right?
That's a strong.
Oh, yeah.
You know the process.
Yeah. And then today I went out again to I'm out there. Getting to know the area more now because now Nadia will be driving me. So I dropped Navina to work at the airport, come back, stop at Rooms to Go. Sharp young Spanish couple with either mother or mother-in-law and little baby. And I walked around with them, I was looking for a bookcase, to put some books. I walked around like a good 5 minutes. I spoke to Rod about I'm going out to Jacksonville tomorrow. And then eventually I get an opportunity to talk to the young man. And basically I was like, come sta amigo.
Oh my God. Right.
Yeah, seriously, that's all I know in Spanish. All right, and basically that means hi amigo. Right? Yeah.
How are you?
How are you? Come sta. There's like both of Spanish mixed up all together. Right? How are you? And everybody knows that. Right? And once he stopped and he said, you know Spanish? I said, no, that's all I know is Spanish. And so I got, so they and then again, he spent some time. His wife and mother-in-law, whoever went and left him talking to me. And anyway, the connection was made, and he's like, man, I'm working 12 hours a day. I want to meet you. I'm off Saturdays and Sunday. When can we meet? Right? I like, well, this weekend I'm heading out to Jacksonville tomorrow. So the next weekend I'll give you a call. We'll meet up either Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
So people out there looking, you gotta be aware of who's around you and drop your message the right way. Right? And you know what happened? And dropping the message was another thing I realized too, is that before when we went out there and contact people and you actually got a number, it's like you want to get out of the way, like kind of thing, like, all right, okay, right? Because the connection wasn't made there before. It was kind of like Navina said, what if like an eerie feeling like you're leaving it? Now, when you're leaving, you don't have that feeling no more, right? You don't. The connection was good. So nice talking to you. See you soon or something like that. Okay? So listen, you got to get out there, practice it. Livy, I'm proud of you. You're out there doing stuff. Everybody is out there, Roderick. But I'm heading out to Jacksonville tomorrow. We have a training manual put together with everything that Kenneth has put together for us over the last weekend. And that's gonna be the training manual for all IDOs that join the Prasad team. And so I'm going out to Jacksonville to teach. Rod is meeting me out there, so he's going to bring back one to Tallahassee for you guys to run off, so everyone can have it, But listen to the streamings and follow the 30-day core and everything, and we guarantee you, in a very short time, you will be seeing a lot of great results. Okay? That's it.
One more thing. Like Apple, man.
Function, very excited about the function. Till the last day, people make decisions to come down there, talk to people, get them out here. Like Nadia said, you got to pre-plan everything. Okay, make sure you know what you're taking for your snacks because a lot of money is spent there. So I'm also in the pre-planning stage, so I'm letting you guys know, Rod. I like the root beer and the black cherry excess. Roderick, these are good, okay? All right. So That's my pre-planning, okay?
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right. Next 2 weeks is all around.